Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Did you know that if XRP matches Bitcoin's market cap when it was at its all-time high, that each XRP would be worth over $24? Now, folks, I don't care how long it takes. I am the most patient adult human on the planet, despite my silly-ass name for this YouTube channel. I actually am very patient, and I take this stuff very seriously, and I just have fun along the way. But I really don't care how long it takes. Because I don't know about you, so look, XRP, obviously my favorite cryptocurrency for a ton of reasons I've been articulating for over half a decade at this point. It's my largest individual crypto holding. But I'm excited for Bitcoin to break into a new all-time high at some point in the future because I firmly believe XRP is going to follow suit, and I want to show you what the implications of this would be. And so this is going to be a fun video. There's a website that allows you to plug in what the price rather of a cryptocurrency would be if it had the market cap of a different cryptocurrency. So I'm going to do that for Bitcoin and ETH, and I want to talk a little bit about historically what's been happening because, like, I get it. People can they can become Debbie Downers really quick if there's just more than like a day. It's maybe more than that. I get it. You get these streaks of not so fun price action, which is what we've been in lately, and people start feeling down. Now, never mind you, we're way up on the year for Bitcoin and XRP, crypto in general. It's absolutely fantastic, but things don't go up in a straight line for it. It's very clear to me. It doesn't take much for the typical retail speculator to start feeling down. It's not like the fundamentals got worse. Like, the fundamentals have only been getting better, and XRP just has legal clarity. And so when you look historically what has been happening, it's like, yeah, there are so many reasons to be optimistic. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. Now, as I record this, XRP is at 50 cents, and Bitcoin's barely hanging on to $26,000. So I've been sliding in the wrong direction lately. I got that. I understand that. But look, I've been in all of the volatility that is crypto for almost 6 years now, and it just doesn't faze me in the least. So let's talk about some happy stuff. Here's a website called Market Cap of, and this is a whole lot of fun. So I thought this would be a fun video to put out here, and just talk a little about this because honestly, I think that my personal expectations, while I don't make price predictions and I don't pretend to know like for sure where price is going to go, I think that my assumptions about what might be possible I don't find to be terribly unrealistic. Crypto's nuts. There's almost no money in crypto. Way more money is going to be flowing in. I firmly believe that to be the case. And so here you can see what I did is I plugged in XRP, and it shows what each XRP would be worth if it had, the market cap of Bitcoin when it was at its all-time high. And so you can see that the market cap for XRP at the moment I'm recording this, $26.5 billion. Bitcoin, when it was at its all-time high in 2021, it was roughly $1.27 trillion. And so that if XRP matches that market cap of $1.27 trillion, that would mean a price of $24.14. That is a 48-fold increase. And I do not think, and so look, I'm not making a price prediction. That does not sound crazy to me. The idea of that happening at some point in the future doesn't sound remotely crazy to me. And in fact, to just kind of illustrate this bit, like in more broad terms, and I don't need to read this article. I actually brought this up a couple days or so ago, but I want to bring up the headline just to make the point. This is from the Daily Hodl. Cathie Wood predicts $25 trillion crypto market valuation in 2030, fueled by institutional bidding. Okay, so you're talking about $25 trillion market cap for the entire crypto asset class, and their prediction is that Bitcoin would be somewhere in the neighborhood of half of that. Oh, okay, so what does that leave for us? A lot is the answer. I mean, hell, so consider this actually too. Because this website can also calculate what the price of XRP would be if it just matched the price, or the market cap rather, of Bitcoin today. If the market cap of XRP equals what Bitcoin's is today, which is $504 billion, then each XRP would be $9.52. So think about this. Are you going to tell me that at some point in the future, there will be a $25 trillion crypto market cap. And XRP can't get that? I mean, like if you're talking about 504 billion, it's almost offensive to think about, especially over that timeline. But if you're talking about but the Bitcoin all-time high, the last one, and as if it's not going to see a bigger one, $1.27 trillion all-time high market cap for Bitcoin. So that would be over $24 for XRP. And here's, think about this. What percentage is that? So you're talking about $25 trillion market cap, and we're just saying XRP, 1.27 trillion of that, roughly 25 trillion. If XRP is going to continue to be in the top 10 cryptos by market cap, why would that not happen? Seriously. And XRP is one of the most adopted and most useful cryptos on the entire planet. And please consider this too. I'm telling you, standards matter. And if you want proof, look at the fact that Bitcoin, after 14 years, is #1 in market cap, and it's the least technologically advanced crypto on the planet. So there is something to being the first mover, and I think there's also something to being among the first movers. So if you're among the first movers, and I understand, in terms of technical functionality, people seem to just not care about Bitcoin because it is the first. But I think there's, when it comes to those early coins, XRP was one of the few on top of that actually did have, incredible technical chops. And so I do think that's one of the reasons that it's been in the top 10 cryptos by market cap. There's a reason that it stayed where it has been, despite all this. I mean, despite 2.5 years of price suppression because of that SEC nonsense. And so then you can also take a look at ETH. Now, and so mind you, and for those of you that are new, you may be unaware of this, but for people that have been around during the last, especially the 2017-2018 market cycle, especially that alt season, you will know that XRP and ETH were really battling for that #2 spot in terms of market cap. And there are moments where XRP actually was #2 in market cap, and it was fairly short-lived, but still, that was pretty damn cool. And so there was broad expectation that this last market cycle in 2021, if not for the SEC, you probably would have seen something like that, but you didn't see XRP take off, obviously, because the price is suppressed because of the SEC. But it doesn't mean that you couldn't have some sort of rivalry like that in the future. And so I'm just noting that during ETH's 2021 all-time high, you were talking about a market cap at that time of 571 billion. That's not much different from what Bitcoin's market cap is today, actually, because the market's obviously pulled back after the euphoria from 2021. But still, the point that I want to make, and you can already see if you're looking on the screen here, XRP would be worth $10.79 if it just matched that all-time high. And again, ETH and XRP have always been fighting for that #2 spot. I just think that it's very clear, as much as everybody would have loved it, I would have loved it too, to see XRP just moon a new all-time high after the legal clarity. The truth of the matter is, and it's very clear now, we have the benefit of hindsight, obviously, it's very clear that after over 2.5 years worth of actual market damage and a reduction of what the adoption of XRP otherwise would have been, it's the case that it's way behind at this point in terms of... That's why it's so impressive that XRP stayed in the top 10 cryptos by market cap. That's truly impressive here. But you can't just make all the people that would have been invested in XRP for the last 2.5+ years if there weren't an SEC lawsuit magically be in it now. But, and actually to make the point further, so check this out. If you look at what XRP would be worth right now, if it had the current market cap of ETH, today XRP would be worth $3.71. So in a world where there wasn't this market manipulation from the SEC, which is basically what that was in my view, XRP wouldn't be 50 cents. There would have been a bunch of additional development. There would have been a bunch of investors. Like when you had the boatloads of new investors coming in 2021, a ton of them would still be here, even though there would have been probably a new all-time high and a pullback. So even if XRP weren't going to be, even if it weren't going to have a higher market cap than ETH, so then what would it be? $2.50, $3 right now after the pullback? But instead we're looking at 50 cents because you can't just make people that otherwise would have been in XRP be in XRP and just it's been like a month and a half now since the legal clarity and we're not in a bull market. But see, this is what I'm saying. When things actually take off, that's when the fun starts. Because when the boatloads of the new people come in, There is, like, XRP is no longer shackled. It is free, and it's the only large cap coin on the entire damn planet with regulatory clarity in the United States. And that actually matters, for whatever reason, on a global scale. It actually does. So when all the boatloads of new people come in, and then on top of that, the institutional money, it's just going to do its thing. And then it always, look, this is always how it is in crypto. I'm just take it from me. This is true. It always feels impossible until one day you just wake up and then it's just like, it just has taken off. It's always how it has been. I've been through a few market cycles now. I've seen it with multiple crypto, because I hold about 30 different cryptocurrencies. I've seen this. I have lived through this many times and with many different cryptocurrencies. It's boring, it's boring, it's boring. Oh, it's depressing, stuff's going down, until one day it's not. Because everything is trending to the upside in whales. They're placing their bets. You know, they've been purchasing the fear from the typical lemming retail speculators that are selling here. And so what would this mean? This will be a real fun part. Hang with me here, because this is going to be a real fun part of the video. So, and again, not that I'm making a price prediction. I'm just saying that I don't think this would be crazy. The idea that at some point in the future, XRP would have a market cap equivalent to Bitcoin's all-time high of $1.27 trillion. And again, that would be over $24 per XRP. And by the way, again, to be clear, my supposition is that Bitcoin would be leading the market, resulting in XRP and other coins rising in value because the entire market moves in tandem, led by Bitcoin. So that would be my expectation, because I'm just expecting history to kind of just rhyme with itself, more or less, right? So I'm expecting, so Bitcoin could be worth so it hit about $70,000 just about. So I don't know if that means it hits 150, 200, 250,000. I don't know. But at some point it's going to be worth way, way, way more. And we're just saying XRP just to get a little sliver of that, which would bring it to this $1.27 trillion. And think about what your XRP would be worth at this level. And mind you, look, and I want to say this too, like when I started running this channel, in middle of December 2018, I'm pretty sure that the market cap for the entire asset class, and I'd have to look at one of those historical snapshots to be sure, but I'm pretty sure it was worth like what, 150 billion, the entire asset class, 170 billion, something stupid like that, something really small. And I was like, folks, it's never happened before, but at some unknown point in the future, the asset class is going to be worth $1 trillion. And I also said at some point in the future, it's going to be multi-trillion dollar asset class. And I also said it's going to be a $10 trillion asset class, and then it's going to be tens of trillions and probably over 100 trillion at some point in time. And so some of that's already happened. We did see the asset class exceed 1 trillion. We saw it exceed 3 trillion ultimately, actually. So the idea of it going to 10 trillion or tens of trillions, not wacky in the least. And we're just saying XRP just matched the old all-time high for Bitcoin at 1.27 trillion. 24 bucks. Okay. So let's imagine you got 10,000 XRP, because this website calculates it. If you have 10,000 XRP, that would be worth $241,000. That's a 48-fold increase. So look, I know it sounds like, to anybody that's new to crypto, it could sound like wacky that something like this potentially even could happen, but it just is the case that historically this is what has been normal to expect. It's just most people can't handle it. They get impatient, and makes them feel depressed and this and that. So most people just don't make it. But I mean, it's just like the returns in crypto, it's like tech stocks, but on steroids. It's insane. So I understand if you have 10,000 XRP today, it's worth about $5,000, but a 48-fold increase at some unknown point in the future. Like, do we really think XRP could never match Bitcoin's market cap? To me, again, I'm not making a prediction. I'm not saying for sure it's going to happen, but does that sound crazy to you? It doesn't sound crazy to me in the least, especially now with increased adoption and everything else. If you have 20,000 XRP and it matches just again that $1.27 trillion all-time high market cap for Bitcoin, your 20,000 XRP would be worth $482,000. It's a 48-fold increase. If you've got 25,000 XRP, that would be worth $603,000. If you've got 35,000 XRP, that would be worth $844,000. Let's jump a little bit higher. If you've got 50,000 XRP, that would be worth $1.2 million. And again, folks, like, I think you already know, like, if you've been in crypto for more than a minute, like, this isn't pipe dream stuff. This is just what happens in crypto historically. These wild returns. And again, I already think we would have seen, a new all-time high for XRP in 2021 if not for the SEC. So fine, we got screwed. It's not our fault. We didn't know that was going to happen. But we're adults and we're trudging through, and we can, I'm going to get mine. Like, I'll just say that. I'm sticking with you. You guys do whatever you want. But like I said at the outset of the video, I don't care how long it takes. Meaning, I mean, yes, I'd like it to happen right now. Super duper. Everybody would like it to happen right now. But it doesn't matter to me how long it takes, because I will be more patient than anyone else, because I firmly believe what I'm saying I believe, which is that this asset class is going to be way freaking bigger. If you have 75,000 XRP, that would be worth, at that same market cap level, $1.8 million if you've got 75,000 XRP. Look, and I'm just saying, like, I appreciate traditional investment in the stock market. Who loves a good index fund? I do, actually. But look, it's way more boring. But you're just not gonna get that, these types of returns outside of crypto. Like, you're just not going to. What if you have 100,000 XRP? That would be worth 2.4, and I'm using round numbers here, $2.4 million. Let's just go ahead and jump up a little. Let's jump up to 200,000 XRP. And I know that you're talking about this point, almost nobody has it. $4.8 million. So again, you got to ask this. Like, here's the way I look at it, because markets don't sufficiently value utility in 2023, and they're probably not going to in the X number of foreseeable future, X number of years. I don't think that markets are going to sufficiently value actual utility. So XRP is very useful. I think that's going to matter way more in the future. It doesn't matter sufficiently today, right? So what am I really counting on? I'm counting on the asset class continuing to move in tandem, which does mean that I'm counting on Bitcoin leading the way. So the question is, it's a good question to ask yourself, do you believe that Bitcoin is going to continue to lead the way? Do you believe it's going to hit a new all-time high? And I hope your answer is yes. I hope that's, because if that's not going to happen, we in trouble. And maybe it's not always going to be like that, but there's no signs at all that it's going to change anytime soon. I mean, I remember in 2018 during that bear market, people said, well, you know what, this needed to happen. We need to flush out the system, get rid of all these altcoins that don't do anything. They're worthless. And here we are half a decade later. Nope. Like, that sure as hell didn't happen. That's laughable. Everything's still just moving in tandem. And yeah, some coins haven't ever fully come back. But I'm just saying, if you look at the asset class today, it still is moving in tandem, right? That's why I look back. And that's why when people were saying that in 2018, I was like, are you guys real sure about this? You're sure that this is the flushing out of the system? Because I don't know what data you're looking at that would indicate to you that this is the case, because it looked to me, especially in the later half of 2018, it looked to me that a lot of stuff was just bottoming out. Looked like it wasn't quite going to zero, And I was right. I talked about it back in like 2019, even on the channel. I was like, I'm not so sure about this thesis that it's all just going away here. Not really particularly convinced of that. So anyway, so that's why I'm saying, though, that's why I'm counting on Bitcoin continuing to lead the way, and XRP is going to get a certain percentage of the overall crypto market pie, whatever that percentage is. And I intend to be here when that happens, because it's like, if that's going to happen, it's like either you have exposure when that happens or it doesn't, because you don't know when it's going to happen for sure. And if you don't have exposure, you don't have exposure. That's just how this works. And then and most people don't, so they're just going to it's just this run up to the top, and then those will be the people that I'm selling to. Like, that's my plan here. So again, you can feel down in the short term, but I just don't think it makes logical. I understand why on an intellectual level. Like, what I mean is, I intellectually understand why humans have trouble with this psychologically. That's what I actually mean. I don't have trouble with this. I keep seeing people behaving the same over and over and over and over again. People really have trouble with this stuff, so I'm just not going to behave like them, because I know those are the people that don't make money. So I'm just not participating. Plus, it's not fun. Who wants to be a Debbie Downer? There's so much freaking opportunity here. Do you see why I'm consistently excited about all of this? Because it's coming. Like, I firmly believe it's coming. I don't pretend to know when, But it's coming. It'll probably be on a day that ends with the letter Y. I'll guess that. That's about it here. It's gonna be a fun time though. So I get it. I get it. But it's just it always seems impossible until one day it just happens. People said the same thing about Bitcoin, and then it did hit a new all-time high. People were saying Bitcoin, when it was at $3,200 at its low in 2018, is going to go down to $2,000 or $1,000. Oh, some people were saying it was never gonna come back, and then it went to 70,000 just about, and very quickly actually. When it really started moving, it happened pretty quickly. Well, there you go. And we've seen similar activity with XRP, actually. Do you guys remember in 2020, if you were around, XRP moving sideways for probably like 3 months or so in the low 20-something cent region, maybe also the middle of the 20-cent region up to 25, 26, whatever it was. For months on end, it was just agonizing for so many people. Just, it wasn't doing it. It's like poke it with a stick. Come on, do something. One of those things. And then finally, I'm pretty sure it was November of 2020, it just was like, whoosh, and then in a very short order, I can't remember if it was a day or two or three, whatever it was, I'd have to go back and look at the charts, jumped up over 80 cents. But if you ask somebody that like a week prior to that movement, they would be like, oh, no, I'm depressed. It's never going to happen. Okay. Enjoy that then, because I'll tell you what. I'm just making sure. This is why I don't do anything. I don't try and time markets. I don't try and get in and out positions. I'm just going to hold my stuff here. Because the idea of XRP hitting 1.27 trillion in terms of market cap, don't know if it's going to happen, but that doesn't seem remotely unreasonable. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.